Good morning, you guys. Good morning to you. So, I have been praying and waiting on the Lord to make sure that this word that He spoke to me is something that He wanted me to share publicly. I immediately shared it with a small handful of people, but I needed to know for sure if He wanted me to share this publicly. And I think when I tell you, you will understand why. In case you don't understand why, I will explain it to you. So, this word came to me in a time of worship. I was not thinking about anything other than the goodness of God and how beautiful the Lord is, and just feeling His presence, just worshiping. I was just worshiping. And so this was Friday, just this past Friday, a few days ago. And in the middle of my time of worship, I heard the Lord say these words. He said, Trump's election is assured. I'm going to say that one more time. Trump's election is assured. Your prayers have prevailed against the enemy. Now it's time to pray for guidance and protection. I'm going to say all of that one more time. Trump's election is assured. Your prayers have prevailed against the enemy. Now it's time to pray for guidance and protection. So that's what I heard from him. A few minutes later, as I continued to stay in that flow of the Spirit, I heard him begin to speak concerning shifting winds from heaven. And so I began to pray into that and decree that over this nation. So I needed to. Apparently, the Lord did want me to share that with you guys. And here was my hesitation. For some people, when you hear a word like that, if you truly receive it, if it bears witness in your spirit, it could, if you allow it to, it could create some apathy in you, where you breathe a sigh of relief and you don't vote because you're thinking, oh, Trump's election is assured. I don't need to get out and vote. Please hear me on this. Voting, if you're an American citizen, voting is your civic duty. It's I would almost want to call it a sacred duty. You need to vote. It is important to vote. So please don't let any word from me, from anybody else who has prophesied concerning Trump serving a second term, create any apathy in you, cause you to be passive and feel like you don't have to vote. Yes, you need to vote. Go vote. Go vote. And everyone that you know who is a conservative, encourage them to vote also. So there was one more thing I wanted to share in regards to this word. So I don't know how many days exactly, maybe 3 or 4 days prior, maybe a little more than that. Maybe it might have been 5 days prior to the Lord speaking this word to me. Ted and I and Jonathan, we were out driving around, and I said to him, I said, I feel a lightness. I don't know how to explain why I feel this lightness, but I feel a lightness. And I told him that I believed that it was spiritual and that it indicated that there had been breakthrough somewhere. I said, I don't know yet where this breakthrough has happened, but I believe that this lightness I feel indicates that there was breakthrough somewhere. And if you're friends with my husband, either know him personally or you're friends with him on Facebook, you know that he has a tendency to be pretty heavy in regards to these national issues and pretty pessimistic. Being positive doesn't come easily to him. And so I was bracing in that moment. I was bracing for him to say something that would contradict what I was saying, something negative. But much to my amazement, his response was, he said, "I feel a lightness too." He said, I'm afraid to trust it. It doesn't make sense, but I feel a lightness also." So after the Lord spoke this word to me on Friday, September 13th, not long after, as I was still in the Spirit, in the flow of the Spirit, he brought that conversation and that feeling of lightness, that inexplicable feeling of lightness that we both experienced. He brought that back to my remembrance. And I believe that he was letting me know that feeling of lightness, that was the day that prayers had prevailed against the enemy concerning concerning Trump's election being assured. So I pray that this encourages you. I know that for many of you, I'm just a nameless, faceless nobody. I know that. I'm not anybody significant to you. But I am responsible before the Lord to share the things that he speaks to me. And I will always do that. And so I pray that you will bring this word before the Lord and you'll ask him about it. And I believe that he will confirm it to your heart. Love you guys. So the admonishment is yes, you can relax concerning praying over the election, unless the Spirit of God leads you otherwise. But it's time to ramp up prayers for President Trump's guidance and his protection. So that's what we're doing, and I pray that you will do the same. Love you guys.